Hello, welcome. Because this is part of a series, I'll give you the same rundown as the previous one. I'm doing a series of videos where I introduce each of the characters in my project spectrum and show speed paints of me drawing their base sprites. It's a visual novel styled YouTube series I'm working on that depicts the lives of 10 main characters. The original base concept for Spectrum was looking at characters with specific color themes and seeing what they got in common. What trends do I see? And using those similarities, I tried to create a character that reflected them while also being unique and interesting. While the characters all have their own lives, they all interact with one another, and the story is about the chaotic things they get up to. This video is going to be all about Orange, the second one in the lineup. So, orange-haired characters are fairly common. It wasn't hard to see similarities amongst them. A lot of the orange-themed characters were very fun and upbeat, usually kind people. They're less intense than the red characters, but they're pretty similar. They've got a lot of energy and tend to be pretty social. Hairstyle-wise, they were also pretty similar and simple, so I tried to come up with something to reflect that while also still being identifiable. I also mess around with the way I color it, which you'll get to see soon. Aesthetic-wise, orange was a little tough. Orange isn't the most common character color, so when it came to anything besides hair, orange wasn't that easy to work with. So I decided to keep it simple and just work with the little I had. Before I get into what he's like, I want to mention the eyes. So my dumbass totally forgot to mention the eyes in Red's video, so I'm gonna talk about it now. I guess I didn't think about it because I didn't record myself drawing expressions. All of the characters have irises that are shaped like the first letter of their names, with the exception of Yellow, who is a bit different. Oranges are a little difficult to tell because obviously the letter O is just going to look like a normal shape, but you can see there's a small section in the middle where his scleras are visible, indicating those aren't his pupils. Anyway, back to the personality so I can get into the clothes. The character Orange is a pretty laid-back kind of dude overall. He's a hype guy when he's having a good time, but it's in a much more innocent way. He ain't out here causing problems for fun. He's friendly and loves to mingle, but he's not nearly as intense as a certain someone. He's here for a good time, and his idea of a good time is pretty easy to work with. He's a DJ, so he loves music. He's always listening to something and hardly ever takes his headphones off. He's got music on his phone, his tablet, his laptop, and he carries an MP3 with him at all times. When he's idle, he's usually putting a set list together or coming up with mix ideas on his phone. He's always counting the beats he's listening to, and you can see him counting on his fingers, which he is doing in his sprite. Music is his everything. When it comes to his species, he's quite literally just an orange guy. Like his race on his bio just says fruit ? And that's it. He's got freckles on his face and spots on his hair that resemble spots on Orange's skin. He always has a leaf sticking out from the top of his head, and it always grows back even if it gets messed with. And yes, he does faintly taste like orange, so do with that what you will. Because orange wasn't an easy color to find similar traits for when it came to aesthetics or themes, I just decided to wing it and do what felt the most fitting. So he's kind of got a street fashion thing going on. It's very fitting for a DJ. He's always layered up for style and wears clothes that are baggy, but not too loose to the point where they'd get in the way of him mixing, which is why his long sleeve shirt is more fitted. He wears platforms, partially to keep his pants from touching the ground, and his pants have iron-on patches, which I'll get into a bit later. Orange, as a person, as mentioned before, is a pretty good guy. He's reliable and easy to talk to, he's always willing to listen and help out where he can. He loves being able to do things for others. He's not judgmental, he's a good source of an unbiased opinion, and he's not afraid to give it to you straight when it's needed. He's a very good friend and fits into the group well. His main hobby is mixing, of course, and most of his free time is spent working on new mixes. When he's not actively putting set lists together, he's usually listening to the ones he's made in the past or ones he plans to use in the future. He likes to skateboard and will travel around the neighborhood to get outside and blast his music in his headphones. He also occasionally drives around just to listen to his music over the speakers. As mentioned in the last video, he is good friends with Red and spends a lot of time with him. He also spends a lot of time with Yellow, his roommate who he went to school with. They're very close and do practically everything together. Because Yellow likes to go to the mall so much, he and Red tend to go with him a lot and walk around, while he usually picks up CDs and records when he's there. He also collects things related to Tortinge, a cute mascot that's an orange-themed tortoise. He would kill for her and has posters of her in his bedroom. As for the other characters, he isn't really on bad terms with anybody. No one has any real problems with him, though a couple of characters have issues with him playing music so loud. Overall, he gets along with everyone fine. He's always willing to help Green with work whenever he needs the assistance, so he's usually one of Green's go-to people to reach out to. He also helps balance things out when you've got someone chaotic like Red or Yellow around. He helps keep things from getting too out of hand, and he also helps keep the peace. Orange is good at giving people opportunities to join conversations and get involved, so he makes for good company when someone quieter like Blue, Brown, or White is around. He's also just a fun guy in general, so he can keep a conversation going. Though he is also known for being cheesy at times and cracking really dumb jokes, some of which you can see on his clothes. His shirt uses the natural symbol to create the message au natural, and he's got a patch that uses the sharp symbol to say looking sharp. He's corny and very few people think his jokes are actually funny, but he says them anyway. Compared to some of the others, Orange had a pretty normal life growing up. He was raised as an only child by a single mom, and he's still on speaking terms with her in the present. His mom is part of the reason he got started as a DJ because she'd promote him to her coworkers. She also helped Orange and Yellow move into their apartment. She regularly contacts Orange just to keep in touch, and she's on good terms with Yellow too, since she's known him because the two of them were in high school together. And lastly is his character theme, which has been playing in the background. His theme is extra special because it's actually part of a song my dad wrote like over 15 years ago. When I was a kid, we had what we called our quote-unquote family band, and I was the singer. When my dad wrote songs, he intended for me to be the one to sing them at some point, but he never got to finish this one in particular, because I was supposed to sing it when it was done. I was the only one that got to hear the melody, and he didn't record it anywhere, so I'm the only person who knows what this song sounded like. The drum beat was very easy for me to remember and recreate, so I wanted to sort of finish the song in a way. I tried to come up with a melody to add that sounded like something he'd write, and I think it went pretty well. It's simple, but it feels like the kind of thing he would have written as a piano solo. It's also significant to me because my dad was a DJ, so it made sense for me to use this concept for Orange's theme. It's simple and chill, it's easy to follow, and it's easy to remember. That's exactly what I wanted for it. It reflects Orange's personality well. His is the only theme to feature more than one extra instrument. Red's had a shaker, while Orange's has a kick and a hi-hat, both open and closed. Orange's is the only exception to that unspoken rule I made for no reason. So yeah, here's the finished sprite as well as some others. In total, Orange has... oh, I forgot to count. Let's find out. There's no way. Does he really have... no way. There's no fucking way. Does he really have 40 sprites? That's crazy. Okay, so apparently Orange has 40 sprites in total, which I did not realize he had that many. In comparison to some of these other ones, that is quite a lot. Some of these other bitches that, like, never emote in their face only have, like, 20-something. But anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble about him. Hope you liked watching it all sped up. As expected, next in the lineup is Yellow, and I hope to see you around for it. Take care, stay safe.